Okay. Alright, I'm all ready.
Cool.
I think, wait, no, I forgot to... I'm an idiot. I'm a fool.
Yeah, I must admit, I was umming and ahhing about whether I was gonna do the race with you guys, and then I was like, FM's close to the end, and like there's a vague sort of championship battle, so I did FM instead.
Yeah,
I'm up to 4th in the championship there, but I fucking ran out of fuel.
You finished dead last.
I know, I ran out of fuel.
Oh my goodness.
There was like 3 of us battling at the back, and it was pretty fun. And yeah, I don't know, I thought I had enough fuel to go another lap, and then I got into the pit lane, and I was going down the pit lane as I ran out of fuel.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. I managed to like push my goose into my pit box and then get back on it for long enough that it started refueling. So I finished the race, but obviously I finished it down the back.
Why is he so
Slayer.
I don't know, I put the camera down here on the first tournament and I have never touched it since. So it was shaky at the beginning and I don't know why. So before you go anywhere, just have a turn around. Are you going to be the one that ends up here?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to wind up in 12th.
No. These are all the winners. So this is tournament 12.
Oh.
So whoever wins gets the statue in this bay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like, am I gonna finish 12th? I'm like, yeah, I'll finish exactly 12th.
12 out of 100, that ain't bad.
12 out of 100, yeah, that's definitely over the hump.
Especially for a genre that you may not be the most familiar with. So these are this is stage 1. This is the one you want to worry about first. Obviously, practice is practice, so you can try it as many times as you want. Just let me know when you want to do it for real, and I will start the recording and the timer and all that jazz.
Has anybody?
Yeah,
Has anybody completed the full thing? Yeah.
On all 4 stages, no. Well, obviously this tournament is not finished yet, but the 11 tournaments previously, some of them have ended on the 2nd stage, and some of them have ended on the 3rd stage.
Anybody down to the 4th stage?
Nope.
Alright, bet.
So that's the big scary finale, which, as it turns out, when I built it and tested it, it was a big scary finale, and now it's now I'm kind of back to more of a form, because I used to do this. I've done this stuff like basically since Halo Reach as a competitor, and I used to be pretty good at it. Like the end of Halo Reach and early Halo 4, I was one of the best at this kind of thing. And then I kind of, you know, fell off. And then I made the Elite Challenge, and I've started to get better again, and now I worked out that my final stage is actually kind of easy, so the first person that gets there is definitely gonna beat it.
Oh, do you think that'll be me? You think I got a realistic shot?
I've got to be honest, I don't think so.
Oh.
On this particular occasion. However, if it goes unbeaten until the next one, then you never know. I mean, you might just put in the grind to get good at Halo Infinite fucking obstacle courses for all I know.
Well, this is only the 2nd time I've done it. The other time was the time when I did it with you. My goal is just not to get the lowest on the leaderboard.
Well, I gotta be honest, what you just did would beat a good 10, maybe 15 people. Oh. So you're already looking good for that. If you can make it to like the 2nd row of paper aeroplanes, and then land the jump, you're good. So even that would not be last.
Perfect. Somebody completely missed the first jump.
And someone also landed the first jump but thought they were too far forward, so they took a step backwards and they actually just walked off to the other side.
Swell. Okay, that is amazing. So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's a chance. I got a buddy whose name's Cole, and he works on a farm, right? And then, just like any self-respecting video gamer, this guy does a day's work, and then he comes home and he plays the game of exactly what he does for a living. So he just plays the shit out of Farm Sim.
Oh, that's exactly why I play Halo and Fallout. You know, that's pretty.
He just wears space armor.
That's pretty much just my life. You know, I go around killing aliens with my space armor.
Yeah. So, Cole tears himself away from Farm Sim to do these, and consistently does terrible, and he manages to find a way to almost never come last. Because, like, he will literally just load up Infinite, he will have done less practice than you have done, and just say, okay, fuck it, make it to, like, the second jump, and that will be that.
Hey, listen. Field fillers have their role.
Exactly.
They fill the field.
Although I do see Cole as different from a field filler. Like, Cole is, because he's done a bunch of these, he's started to become like a recurring character rather than a field filler.
Right. So I guess you wouldn't get that reference because I don't know if you get
NASCAR.
Yeah.
I've seen the Rise of the Field Fillers videos. Those are cool.
Do you watch Formula 1, right?
I don't watch it religiously, but I keep tabs on it. I find it a bit boring. Although this year and last year have been more interesting, but there was a time when F1 was just dull as dirt, and people were like, "Oh my god, you like racing so you must love F1." I'm like, "Fuck no, it's boring as sin. I'll watch me some good racing like TCC." Or if I want like a long race, I'll just watch like WEC or ELMS because it's a far longer race than F1. So it actually has a strategy element instead of there being one strategy and everyone else does something silly to try and work around it. But it still has like sprint racing levels of actual door-to-door racing, which is awesome.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think my biggest problem with like F1 or IndyCar is that those cars are so fragile that you can't really do much with them. They're so aero sensitive. You've got to be so careful with them.
I mean, I don't mind the fragility or the aero sensitivity, but it's a bigger problem in F1 than in IndyCar because, you know, there's far less variables on an IndyCar than there are on an F1 car because essentially the entirety of the F1 car is a variable. So IndyCar races tend to be more fun to watch, but they are kind of long, and I mean the road course stuff's fine, but then the oval stuff is literally you watch it, and then you like the last 15 laps are the only things that matter. So like the first however long the race is just to get to the last 15 laps.
Well, isn't that kind of like every race though?
No. Watch some either watch some good karting content, or watch like BTCC or something, and that's just like full-on sprint racing for the entire time. I think I might have told you before, but I race on a national level or national championship level in the UK.
Yeah, and I'm jealous.
A couple of times runner-up. I got the final race of this year's national championships next weekend, and I'm currently sitting 5th, even though the season's been absolute dog water.
Do you have a chance? Do you have a chance to close the gap and potentially take the big trophy?
Realistically, I'm not going to get any better than 3rd because drop scores are an option, are in play. So like mathematically, I can't win. Mathematically, I can't come 2nd. 3rd is doable if I have a really good one and that guy's a really shit one, but you know, reasonably speaking, if everything goes unremarkable, like by the book, I'll end up being 5th.
Are you trying to gun for 4th though? You didn't.
Yeah,
that would be out of the question.
I'm trying to gun for whatever I can get, to be fair, but I my cart at the moment has an undiagnosed issue, which could be one of several things, so I need to get that figured out. And because I'm not going to be able to do any testing, it means I just need to go in, like, blindly change a bunch of stuff and hope it works. So
What?
that's a problem.
Hey, you see me? Where are you? Do you see me?
I see you. Yeah, yeah. Hi.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey, hey, hey. Come here. Look at this. Look how far I am. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that. It only took
So
me...
for now, you can make
Oh,
it to
fuck.
either one. Oh no, you just walked.
Look at how far I am. It immediately dies.
Did it? But yeah, and also like what I do for, what I do for work as well is I will look after people who are testing, like I'll mechanic for them, driver coach them, and stuff like that. I was away last Saturday, and I was looking after 2 people, but I was like involved in running 8 different carts. One of which is a guy who is in F2 at the moment, who, you know, does karting whenever he can to build up the race fitness and, you know, learn some things. And he did the F1 test for Williams this year. You know, when they put a youngster in for free practice 1?
Yeah.
A guy called Luke Browning. Which is really cool, because back in 2020 we were sim racing teammates.
In what did you sim race together?
Bunch of stuff. Just all of it in R Factor 2, but we were teammates in a Bentley Continental GT3 for a GT3 series, and a kind of homebrew Formula 4-ish car for the league that they were running in that. He's a good kid. Wasn't the smartest guy, but you know, like just a nice guy, you know.
Let's say, I mean, I'm not the smartest chip off the block either.
Oh no, this kid's pretty dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he was got a little bit more rattling around in his noggin than I do. I could be pretty stupid.
But yeah, it was fun catching up with him, because we've run into each other on like 3 test days now, so
That's amazing.
that was fun.
So you sort of mentored this guy.
In sim racing, for sure. In real life, he doesn't really need to learn anything from me. I just help keep his car going. Although some people I do properly coach. So do you watch like WEC or Le Mans or anything like that?
I have not watched any of that. I've
So
watched
one of the
3 foreign races. I'm kind of not. I'm not too connected into that sort of environment, so you might have to.
They're
fill me
all
in.
the best. So one of the guys I race karts with, he races in the European Le Mans series as well. He used to race for Ford, but he's changed over to Ferrari this season. So he was one of the guys driving the Ford Mustang when they made their return to Le Mans last year. And yeah, just to one of the bottom 2 here. There you go. And then this is, yeah, just jump, crouch up here. I stopped you from killing yourself.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate the generosity.
Yeah. No, he hired me to get his 2 kids through their racing license test, which I did. I was pretty proud of that one. It's like, man's a legitimate Le Mans, you know, like he's won a class at Le Mans before, and then he's getting me to driver coach his kids. I'm like, yay! This guy knows so many people, and yet he got me to do it.
Let's say that's amazing. Would you say? Have you ever? Oh, okay, that's the wrong question. Phrase that question. Have you ever got the opportunity to drive anything other than karts?
No, although if I can stump up the money, I have a very, very, very good mates rates option to drive in the Formula Ford Festival. But that's still money that's pretty much out of my, you know, even though it is a ridiculously good deal, it's still out of my price range. And that'd be fun, doing that, but yeah.
Well, if you
It would
do,
mean
I
that
hope you do.
it would mean I'd have to get all new racing kit because full like car kit all needs to be fireproof, whereas kart kit is all abrasion proof because we're a lot more likely to be sliding down the tarmac on our ass than we are to be on fire. In a
True.
kart, they make the suits with different resistances. Not to mention just the pure fees for everything. So like a car racing license would be a fuckload more than. I don't even actually need a kart racing license this year because we went independent to save costs. But yeah, all the kit's very much more expensive. Entry fees are a lot more expensive. But it'd be cool. I'll get a go in it Sunday. It's just whether I'll be able to race it or not is another thing.
Well, I hope for your sake that you do. That would be an awesome experience.
Yeah.
I've been reaching out to the very few local tracks that to try to see if I can volunteer any place to maybe get my foot in the door.
What, like kart tracks or like car tracks?
All of it. Car,
Okay.
cart, all of it.
Well,
Anything.
I don't know if it's
grippers
like it
on.
in the US, but marshalling is a really easy foot in the door here, and everywhere is always looking for marshals. Like every weekend, people are making the call out. And also like because there aren't so many like properly trained marshals, is that if you do become a trained marshal, then you get opportunities to do other stuff. So I know a guy who started marshalling at one of the kart tracks that I race at, where like 70% of the people who marshal there also are the traveling marshals for the British Superbike series. And now that guy is marshalling on the regular for British Superbikes.
Dang.
Which is pretty cool.
Well, I'm trying to get my foot in the door so I can eventually get my wheel or something.
Well, make it a cart because they are the only things that are affordable. Go that one.
But I can make that one.
Oh yeah, just make sure you're sprinting. Oh no.
Oh. You
I've
got
killed
my
us
frickin'
both.
way! Ah. I'm gonna test out number 2. I just want to see it. I don't think I'm gonna get past number 1. So I'm gonna see
Number 2, I think if you can make it to like the back half of number 2, I reckon you'll do alright, because the back half is really easy mongoose stuff.
Oh my god. I immediately see a frickin' triangle with pegs on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the gig with Stage 2 is that it's more like speed focused. So the time limit is a lot shorter. The obstacles are, like, some of them are harder than Stage 1, but like the first obstacle is kind of easy up until you put time pressure on. You know, if you just have all the time in the world, you can just take your time and chill and hop through it. But then you put the clock on and people panic because they know that, you know, it's a long stage, you can't really... Well, it's not that long, but you don't want to lose time when you don't have to, you know?
Yeah.
I fell off.
Me personally, I'm not really worried about the time. I'm just worried about making the jumps. I'm not good enough to have to worry about the time. Though this is a very cool course.
Yeah.
Even if I kind of am only seeing the very beginning portions of it.
Hey, you want to be able to see the whole, or as far as anyone gets when the video comes out.
So who has gotten the? You said 3. You said stage 3, but where in particular on stage 3? towards the end of it, or?
Yeah, my buddy Free got to the second to last jump in uh tournament 8, I want to say. A couple of people have gotten to the two people have got to the last obstacle of stage 3. One's got an additional one has got to the second to last obstacle. Yeah, you just want to hop over the top, and then to the next one.
Oh, you go back to try wood. I think I'm gonna do my my run after I think I'm gonna die. Maybe look at 3, just to see.
Okay.
And then I'll try my run, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Thank
In
you for
theory,
inviting me
3
to
is
do them
the
again, by the way.
is the hardest one. That's alright.
Stage 3. Oh, there's a big old ramp.
It's always fun having like people from the racing side of things do these, because it's just, you know, it's like seeing your, you know, like your teacher out in the shop. It's like people where they shouldn't be. You know, like D-Mills, Kimchi. Wes has usually done these, but he isn't doing this one. A few other guys. It's cool. And then obviously I like bringing the people who do this over to the over to the racing stuff in DRL every now and again.
But isn't there drama going on right now because of the Halo Tracks thing? Is that still happening, or is that died down at this point?
Well, hang on. When you say Halo Tracks thing, what Halo Tracks thing?
Or no, not the Halo, the Halo Lounge thing.
Oh yeah,
That's still happening?
The Halo Lounge doesn't seem to be ever more than 5 minutes away from having drama.
Well, there are a lot of people in there, so I guess that makes sense.
It's a yeah. There's a lot of people in there. So I played Peak with like one of their or a couple of their admins. So I chat to them about it every now and again. But yeah, there's some weird people there. It's like you know, the internet just like has a lot of people that society would describe as weird.
Yeah, I would consider myself.
The Halo Lounge seems to collect a lot of the more, how do you say, outspoken and toxically weird of the weird people.
I guess I don't communicate enough in there. Well, like, how so?
Somebody got kicked out of the Halo Lounge recently for messaging one of the guys who joined from the jumping Discord. The kid was 17 and the person messaging, she was 18, and basically she was asking him like, oh yeah, you should come to my place and tie me up and have good times. And of course he's sending us this and we're like, what the fuck?
What in the goddamn?
So yeah, it's a lot of people who, I don't know, a lot of people who enjoy their oversharing and shit like that are there.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez.
The most recent one is a guy who decided that he would So when I typically run an event for the Halo Lounge every tournament I do of this, to, you know, partly so that they have something to do, and partly so it helps me fill my run order a bit. And I typically get, you know, 10 or so of them. And what Rainbow had started doing was labeling it as a parkour event. And it turns out there's a group that call themselves the Halo Parkour Group. And they took offense to the fact that Rainbow was calling it parkour.
So what is the
And so what? So this, if you want to be the group of people that do stuff like this, they call themselves Halo Jumping, which I can understand. Like, this is more obstacle course racing rather than what parkour actually is, right? Because parkour is just the art of movement, you know.
Yeah.
It's a more general thing. So they'll build like more puzzle-orientated maps rather than competition-orientated maps. But they got the one guy who hosts events there, and he he's a bit of a passive aggressive dickhead. So he's the entire time he turned up to the events, and then like for like the next 4 days he was in my DMs basically telling me I'm doing everything wrong, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude.
What the
You know,
heck?
because he's like, oh yeah, you don't even have slide or clamber, and I'm like, yeah, does your bike have training wheels? You know.
Well, see, like
I
that
mean,
would that
I
would be like if you joined my series, like did the race in my series, and then told me how to run it.
yeah, it's like, yeah, you should just like sack off everybody else, ban Protostar, and run wraiths only. You know,
Wraiths only. That
wraiths only.
Wraith racing.
Right, rates only, but no, but only last place is allowed to fire. There you go. That's how you fix the Goombob League.
That's how I fixed the Goombob League. Yikes. Yeah, it's
ban all your regulars and only run with rates.
horrific.
But like I consider myself pretty chill, but some of the other jumper guys who are on the younger side, they decided to start trolling this dude. Bear in mind, this dude's like 38, and he's getting into full-blown arguments with 15, 16-year-olds. It's kind of amusing. And yeah, that's all kicking off on the side of the loungers. But as far as I'm aware, the only thing with the loungers in the racing stuff is just that, you know, Cam keeps blowing up on them in DRL every now and again, but he's stopped doing that for the moment.
Oh well, for the moment, it being the key word,
Yeah.
the key term, I would imagine.
Well, to be fair, he's to an extent I understand some of his point, because there's a couple of them who turn up, and again they do like the same thing. Like there's the one guy who was constantly bitching about stuff. So the only racing mode that worked for a while on Infinite is the Mario Kart mode with the power-ups, but to actually race that was... If you're into racing, it's horrible. If you're into just dicking about, it's great. You know? Like, because every 5 seconds you're just getting flipped over, or someone's firing a kill ball at you, and it goes heavy on the power-ups. And there's one guy who's constantly fucking about in DRL, like parking on the side of the track, and then he's going, this should be so much better with Mario Kart power-ups. And that guy, I understand why Cam crashes out on him. Also, are you in the stage 4 hole, by the way?
I am.
Okay.
Wait,
Are you?
so-
I'll open the lid for you, so you actually stand a chance at getting out.
I don't think I can get out.
I'll end it and restart then.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Uh,
I was just running around in the spawn for a bit, and I noticed I hadn't seen you in a while. I was like, someone on this map that I haven't seen in a while, but I know is here. They're gonna be stuck in stage 4.
yeah, I'm sorry.
That's alright. So the gig with that one is you push the button, jump in, and then if you don't get out by the time the roof closes, you're stuck. And then, you know, the lore implications is that you'll never be let out again. And I'll put a little mini statue in the hole of whatever color your Spartan is to signify that, look, you're still there.
No, but nobody's even gotten there, so.
Exactly. So the entire thing is a bit of a moot point at the moment.
I'll be the first one to get there.
Yeah. I know. How did you find DRL on the tiny pieces?
What?
DRL last week on the tiny gooses.
Oh, I hated it. I hated every last second of it.
I hate the tiny gooses, but like it was still fun
To be completely
in my mind.
To be completely plain with you, it was amusing for the first 2 races. However, that rubbed off pretty quick. Like that wore off pretty quick. And
Yeah.
my enjoyment
That's
of it.
that's not a normal thing though. So, but the tiny gooses was because it was a certain event.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get to
Plain
the
Nick.
DRL events that just doesn't suck.
Well, every Monday. I know next Monday's not weird one, but yeah.
All right, I think I'm ready for my. Actually, I'll do one last attempt and then I'll do my proper run.
Okay. Oh shit.
Let's do it. Let's see how far I can get for the real thing, the real
Yep.
deal.
BXA Real Deal D. Actually, yeah, you wouldn't understand that reference. That's that's D Mills' old gamer tag.
D Mills is old.
Alright.
Which one is D Mills again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I still am getting.
The one that you're on a team with in in FM.
Oh, the sleepy guy.
Yeah, Nat Mills.
Sleepy guy. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for my proper run.
Okie doke. I have hit the record button. Welcome back to the Elite Challenge. You'll have one attempt. Time starts when you make your first jump onto the course. You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. You can go when you're ready, and your timer starts when you make your first jump.
Let's do it!
Yeah.
So you say I'm already not in last place by being right here.
Already not in last, yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Okay.
And obviously, the further you go, the more people you can beat.
Yeah, let's see how not last I can be.
If you beat the second obstacle, then that's easily like 25 or 30 people you beat.
Okay, okay, superbular. Oh no!
Oh
no! No! Oh, it was not destined to be. I guess I won't be the 12th man.
'Twas not to be.
Oh, I mean, I guess I don't know what else I would expect for only running one of these other things before.
Yeah. You'll find that if you do keep doing them, you'll just naturally get better.
I do feel like I did a little better than the other one, right? Where I did.
I don't remember exactly how you did on the last one, if I'm being honest. Rename.
I did poorly last time.
Goombob 6975. So is your gamer tag actually Goombob 6975, or did it just like throw those numbers on you? No, you're just Goombob. Okay.
I typed in Goombob and it said no, you need numbers, so we're gonna automatically give you numbers, and I just haven't changed.
Yeah, I've noticed that it done that with a bunch of people. I'll just put it as Goombob in the thing, 'cause I know I put it with the numbers last time, but I figured I'd ask.
Yeah. The numbers were thrust. I did not choose this life.
Did not choose the numbers life. Okay, well, thank you for participating in my thing. When are you planning on racing next week? Like, for your stuff?
I actually don't know, because when I asked Protostar, he said that he's driving back home on Wednesday, and when I asked him about Monday, he said that he was busy on Monday, so we might not do it this week.
Well, if you're not doing it on Monday, you should do DRL. DRL's fun. I actually have no idea what is on for Monday on the track list, but I know it's going back to normal.
My confidence in DRL is come on, 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. So one more strike.
The first one was alright. Actually, I don't remember what the first one was.
The first one was literally the worst tracks from the previous year.
Oh yeah!
So
I think one of my tracks made it on that.
I've been invited to two events that were intentionally.
The worst of 2024, and then fucking Weenie Goose's Big Adventure, or whatever the hell Nick called it. Actually, what did he call it? Because it had a funny name, but I don't remember what it was. Weenie Goose Juniors, that's the one. Well, when you guys figure out when you're racing, let me know. If I am available, I will race. If not, I won't. Ta-da!
Sounds good to me.
There's also hang on, I had this looked up earlier. There's not many races left of FM, and now that endurance is gone, is finished as well. It's coming close to the Halo tracks off season. Well, I say off season. It's not really the off season. Yeah, it's Formula M's finale next week.
Oh, I run that one.
Yeah, at Abu Dhabi. And then there's nothing on until HTSX in a couple of months. Now, HTSX is good fun, but dear God, the skill level in HTSX is insane. I mean, if people that do it. Like, how do you actually, like, deal with that? Because I've noticed it's the same sort of people. So, like, hypothetically, if your next one, if I could do it, could I, like, bring a friend as well?
Assuming the map holds, you know, enough geese, yeah?
Okay. Because my buddy Free, I got him into doing DRL, and he's quite enjoying his racing. But I think Halo Tracks is way too serious for him, like in terms of both his ability and also like, I don't want to say his stance on racing because that makes him sound like a moron, but like he doesn't know racing too good. So I feel like a smaller field might, you know, if it's just like you guys, me, Wes, and Kimchi, that'd be pretty perfect for him.
Yeah, plus my series is a little less serious. I mean, I'm trying to make it a, you know, not complete joke, but I'm also not going to say that it's
Yeah, it's not HTSX. It's more beginner friendly.
the coils and whatnot in the factory race in Halo 3, so
Yeah, Halo 3 is a bit funky.
I love Halo 3 though, as I'm sure you can tell.
I feel like everyone either is like the biggest fan of Halo 3 or is just like, eh. And there's absolutely no middle ground. Like, the only reason I race on Halo 3 is because there's people who race on Halo 3 and I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do that.
Of Halo 3 then?
In my opinion, it's the least fun of all of the MCC games to race on, but then that still puts it ahead of Infinite, and Halo 5 on the PC is massively expensive. So, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of it, I would just say I like the other ones better, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna come down.
It's like a solid 6.5 out of 10, you know, where like H2A is maybe a 7, and then Reach and Halo 4 are like 8s and 9s.
Yeah, I would almost have it flipped. I would say, like, Halo 3 for me, 10 out of 10. I love racing Halo 3. Halo Reach, I'd say is like an 8 out of 10.
I like 3 up until you're racing close to someone, and then the connection just has a fit, and that is it's not a problem in the other Halos. It's just not quite as bad. So like if I'd be really close to you, all of a sudden I would just end up upside down, and there's not much I could do about it.
I did notice.
And it wouldn't be your fault. It would just be we'd be driving, the connection would be like, lol, wouldn't it be funny if you fell over? And then it would make you fall over.
I did begin to notice that last season, or no, yeah, like very end of last season. But because Shell Monkey, myself, Protostar, and Necro, since we all live like within an hour of each other, the
Yeah,
connection was
there's a bit of a difference between you guys and then racing with me on the other side of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And then when you throw Hatter into the equation, who's racing from fucking Thailand,
Which is why,
you know.
why he wound up finishing behind you.
But yeah, I was ahead of him on my screen, he was ahead of me on his, and then it's just like, who got it on the host PC,
Yeah.
which is, it's not a problem on the other Halo games. It's just everything is scaled up, if you will. Like all of the issues are larger on Halo 3, which prevents me from enjoying it more. Whereas you take, like, H2A is just kind of in that weird middle ground where everything drives slightly funky, but it's all functional. And then you got Halo 4, which in my mind, everything on Halo 4 is just, it works, it's fine, screen lag's weird. And then Reach manages to top it all off because I feel like there's more of a skill gap in terms of actually driving the Mongoose itself, what with like the bogging in different gears and overturning and stuff like that. And then you combine that with the fact that having wonky connection can really help you on Reach. It's like, when you did Ignition, like I'm sure someone drafted with you at some point.
Yeah.
The regular Mongoose hits 95 by itself, a good draft and you'll be hitting 102. If I get hooked up with someone right, we can go like a $130.
I don't know if you knew this. Not the next race, not the race after, but the race after that. So 2 races in my series. We're going to be at the Daytona course.
Hey. Well, I hope I'm going to be available for that one, because, I mean, I quite liked it in Ignition, even if I had absolutely horrible results there.
Oh, well, who knows?
I was racing with someone who they believe that the internet thing is a myth, so they'll just like drive into bends and like, oh, you weren't there on my screen. It's like, yeah, I know, and I kept getting just like 180 degrees spun because I would just get pushed up the track on the oval. But like the goose would want to try and be where it wanted to be, and then all of a sudden you just end up getting rotated, which was pretty sad. There's a guy called Joe Nightmare, AX7 Nightmare. Yeah, I'm sure it was an unpleasant experience. He's one of the least fun people to race with in Halo in my mind. Oh yeah, way worse. You're actually quite fun to race with. No, Joe is the sort of person where he's kind of, for someone who takes it as seriously as he takes it, he's pretty shit, but he has the ego and the kind of, how do you say, like the personality defects of someone who's like really cocky because they're really good at stuff. But then they're actually objectively terrible, and then they just take offense to people passing them, so they'll just put you in the wall. You know, one of those people. Yeah, doesn't make it the most fun. And then obviously the guy, oh, you weren't there on my screen. And he's just happy enough to drive you into walls and shit on purpose, and then just blame lag.
Well, I will do my best
Not so fun.
my series.
And if you do, you do. Last I heard, he was on a break though, so that's cool. Well, he does constantly say, "Well, I've been doing this stuff for 11 years. It's about time I take a break." I'm like, buddy. Most of the active members of Halo Tracks have been doing it for that long or longer. I started Halo racing way back in 2011, and I ran my own series because I used to really enjoy racing on the in custom games. So I was like, hey, why not make a series out of this? So I ran a series, and Wes actually did a race in it, and then yeah, fast forward like 12, 13 years, 14 years or so, me and Wes are looking through videos on my YouTube channel. Wes just goes, "There's me!"
I started on the
Oh, what, he was just doing it to do something with the kids.
Pretty much. Plus, well, sounded like he was younger than he is now.
Yeah.
And he's 13 now, so it was 2019.
Yeah.
So he was a little
I'm gonna end the game and switch over to getting for this bike race, but stay on Discord VC. I just will be back in 30 seconds because I'm getting some like proper kit. So 2 seconds.